ago, we were talking about crime on the railroad. Pine Power LI was bringing it up, Andy Pollock was bringing it up, Matt Camper was bringing it up from Camper News Network. I was bringing it up at every committee and board meeting. And we even spoke at the LIRR PCAC committee where we were all brushed off. So, guys, rise in crime on LIRR could be scaring off some riders, Lieber says, and he's the MTA chairman. So this article was by Alphonse A. Castillo from Newsday, and I'm going to read it to you. MTA officials said they are taking new measures to address a rise in crime on the Long Island Railroad that the agency's leader said could be deterring some commuters from returning to the system. With major crimes having increased 7% in 2021 compared with 2020 and being up 71% the first 3 months of this year compared with the same period last year, Metropolitan Transportation Authority officials have ordered increased MT police patrols on trains and stations in Nassau and Suffolk counties. The MT also has assigned a police emergency service and a canine unit to Long Island. MT Chairman and CEO Jano Lieber said the authority will take a look at putting extra measures in place at locations where additional crime is taking place. The mass shooting on board a Brooklyn subway train on April 12 brought a heightened focus to the issue of safety in the transit system. But Lieber noted that, as horrific as it was only one of the mainly high profile and some lower profile crimes that have our customers feeling unsafe these days or just uncomfortable in the system. The trends are worrisome. And then it says, what to know. Major crimes on the LIR are up 71% through March compared with the first 3 months of the last year. LIR crimes also were up 7% in 2021 compared with 2020. The rise in crime has coincided with an increase in ridership from the pandemic related lows of 2020. Acknowledging riders' increasing unease over crime, the MTA has ordered more police patrols of trains and stations on Long Island with a focus on areas of particular concern, including Babylon, Mineola, and Hicksville. And guys, you know Mineola and Hicksville is because of Passengers United. We kept mentioning this at every meeting. And then the MTA chairman and CEO, Jana Lieber, has suggested that concerns about crime may be deterring some commuters from returning to the system. After steadily increasing throughout most of 2021, ridership has stalled at just over 50%, well below the MT's projections. Now, going back to the article, MT police statistics confirm that crime had been on the rise throughout the system, including on the LIRR. Through March 24th, crimes were reported in the LIRR system, up from 14% during the same period in 2021. The railroad saw felonies increase in 4 out of 7 categories, including murder. On February 16th, a 20-year-old man was fatally shot on a train as it waited to depart from the Ronkonkoma station. No arrest has been made in the case. The LIRR's first shooting death in 28 years. And then these are the statistics, guys, in the chart. It shows you the total, the murder, the robbery. So there was one murder in 2022. Like in 2021, there was 0. There was 5 robberies in 2022, 5%. And then there was only like 2% of robberies in 2021. Felony assault, burglary, grand larceny. So this is where it gets interesting, guys, the article. I'm going back to the article now. MT Police Assistant Chief Sean Montgomery said the 1,100 member force will look to step up patrols of trains and stations in relevant areas, including Babylon, Mineola, and Hicksville. I think the first priority for railroad customers is to feel safe. They have to feel safe traveling on the trains, and seeing a cop, a uniformed police person, is how they get to feel more comfortable and safer. said Lieber, who believes recent concerns about crime have contributed to ridership plateauing after growing steadily throughout 2021. The folks that are riding the rails are hearing and perceiving a lot of the same issues that we're hearing from our customers on New York City Transit subway trains, he said. Now, guys, this is where the article gets really interesting, and I don't agree with this part of the reporter where he wrote this. Listen to this, guys. LIR ridership stalls. LIR ridership, after increasing steadily throughout 2021, has stalled at just over 50% of pre pandemic levels. The MTA's ridership projections, as developed by an outside consultant in 2020, estimated that 75% of riders would have been back by now. Our customers' decreasing sense of safety and security may be contributing to the plateauing numbers that we're seeing, Lieber said at a meeting last month. Through March, MT police made 240 arrests across both the authority's two commuter railroad systems, the LIRR and Metro North, up from 140 in the first 3 months of 2020. At at a meeting of the MT's board last month, uh, the chief detailed some of the crimes that occurred in the LIRR system in March. A rider having his cell phone snatched from him as he descended from the Hicksville station platform, a person slicing another's ear, wow, during a fight at the Wyandanch station, a stabbing incident at Ronkonkoma, wow, a pair of grand larcenies that police attributed to customers on board not paying proper attention to their items. Addressing the onboard thefts, the chief of MT Police said the additional cops on trains will help make clear that if you're going to try to do that, you might actually meet up with the law. The rise in crime on the LIRR has coincided with an increase in ridership from the pandemic lows of 2020, when as few as 3% of the railroad's regular passengers were taking the train, but MT police statistics show that it's not simply a matter of more riders resulting in a higher likelihood of crime. Even though LIRR is carrying fewer than half as many riders as it did in 2019, crime is up 26% through March compared with the first 3 months of that year. And then this is where it gets interesting, guys. Actually, that part of it is down below. We're going to get to that in a second. So, Penelope Ovens of West Babylon, who commuted on the LIRR for around 30 years before COVID 19, said concerns about violence are among the reasons she has avoided returning to the rails. I feel it's a lot more dangerous now. I was never scared to go into the city, but now you've really got, really got your guard up, said Owens, who has noticed an increase in aggressive panhandling both at Penn Station and a home station of Babylon. In a customer survey released in December, respondents' primary complaint was the number of people panhandling experiencing mental illness or homelessness at LIR stations. State Senator Philip Boy, of a Republican from Bayshore, said he's pushed the MTA for years to step up police patrols at the Babylon station, where he regularly receives complaints of belligerent people. That's his word. We've had a lot of people, we've heard a lot of talking from the MTA, but not enough action. I think they've increased the police presence, but clearly not enough, said Boyle, who wants to see a dramatic increase in the policing of LIR trains and station platforms as the NYPD has done on city subway trains. I think a similar tactic could be used to protect Long Island Railroad riders. Now, this is the part of the article where I'm outraged. Guys, this is it. Challenges of policing a 24/7 system. Gerald Bringman, chairman of the LIRR Commuter Council, the railroad state regulated rider advocacy group, said expectations over the MTA's police ability to address crime in the LIR system must be realistic, given that the railroad system has 126 stations stretching from Manhattan to Montauk, and it's a 24/7 system, 7 days a week, and they work 8-hour shifts. You start doing the math. There's not a lot of cops to put on the train, said Brinkman, who noted the MTA has hired 500 additional cops since 2019. Brinkman also said that significant Brinkman also said that significantly ramping up police presence at stations also could serve to heighten some riders' concerns. Unfortunately, they quoted him. Unfortunately, the average commuter actually gets nervous. What? When they see a cop at their station, Brinkman said. It's like you see a cop on the platform and you think, what's going on? And if you see a cop with a dog on the platform, it doesn't give you a warm and fuzzy feeling. Oh, God help us all. Brinkman noted that the LIRR has also increased security in recent years by installing security cameras on almost all of its trains and many stations. So, guys, this is where I'm mad. First of all, I just want to say one thing. Passengers United has been leading the effort on this. We have done all the work, guys. That's all I'm going to say. So, again, this is Passengers United. Thank you for joining. And, you guys can come to your own conclusion on what you think of the article. That's all I'm going to say. All I know is that Passengers United did all the work. We were doing all the advocacy. And we had been speaking out about this 3 or 4 years ago, guys. And we were brushed off by the LIR PCC. We were told that we were trying to take over their meetings, which is not true. And like I said, they waited for someone to die for them to take action. So this is Passengers United here. And I just want to thank Pine Power LI, Matt Camper, Andy Pollock, because they've been speaking out about this at every board and committee meeting. So again, this is Passengers United. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.